for Sunday, but the Vikings already announced that J.J. McCarthy is going to be sidelined for 2 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Now, dare I say, I don't remember when J.J. McCarthy got hurt in last night's game. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't remember when he was limping around. I don't remember that. So that maybe adrenaline's a hell of a drug, and he was able to kind of respond to this. But 2 to 4 weeks, we're not going to see him. Who's their backup? Carson Wentz, who seemingly finds himself in opportunistic situations, sort of a la Gardner Minshew, and is always able to find a way to the front of the pack. And dare I say, Wentz not any good. I've heard he's maybe a difficult guy to play with too. But if he is halfway decent, if they could win a couple games with him, they are not going to go back to McCarthy. McCarthy has played for 8 quarters now, and he's been terrible for 7 of them.
Correct. Took 6 sacks last night.
I mean, the offensive line did him no favors. But he was terrible in the game. He had no feel. I mean, he just nothing. Showed you nothing.
If I could be fair, Penix played bad too. It was just a terrible game.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's an awful game.
And Atlanta's passing attack offered absolutely nothing on the flip side.
Nothing.
And Vikings can't run the ball. I mean, they're sitting there looking around. And Darnold hasn't even played great. But we had a guy last year who put up MVP level numbers. And maybe you're being hyperbolic after 2 games. I mean, but we got 8 quarters, and he hasn't played well. He hasn't even been playable for 7 of them.
Correct.
This is not just him playing poorly. He hasn't been playable. They haven't been able to do anything. And they got a good talent on that team. They're a little banged up, especially in the offensive line. Minnesota was terrible. Wentz is going to keep that job.
And especially when Jordan Addison comes back from suspension, I think Justin Jefferson will definitely be a lot better. Say what you want about Wentz, he's going to get the ball to Jefferson, dude. He's going to get the ball.
Was great.
He's going to chuck it. All right, that's one thing we know about Carson. He's going to throw it. McCarthy, I don't know how to, Colin, he was unwatchable. You mentioned 7 of the 8 quarters. I agree. He's been unwatchable for 7 out of 8 quarters.
He was so bad that Collinsworth was even saying on the broadcast.
It was a lullaby. Yeah. That game was a lullaby.
Collinsworth was 7 quarters. We haven't seen anything from him.
2 interceptions and 6 sacks. Wow, mate.
Couldn't move the ball offensively. They had absolutely no feel. And that's the quarterback whisperer they got there.
Yeah.
And they had the resurgence with Sam Darnold last year. Kevin O'Connell couldn't get anything going.
And keep in mind, J.J. McCarthy was your NFC offensive player of the week last week.
And you're playing in your home building, and the home building was so good to the point that where Atlanta couldn't even get the snap off. They couldn't even get the snap off. It was so loud, and they couldn't capitalize. Really down on Minnesota's situation there. I thought it'd burn them because I was never pro McCarthy either. I mean, it's too early. 2 games. Let's give the guy some time. But if you're Minnesota, you won 14 games last year. They didn't necessarily sign up for the quarterback developmental program.
Correct.
Trying to figure this out. Dude, that's not what they signed up. They're not bad enough to get away with that.
This is a roster that's ready to win now. The defense with Flores has been good. The 10 points in the 4th quarter, I could say, were a direct result from not being able to move the football for 4 straight quarters. Your defense can only handle so much. You got Justin Jefferson. You have an aging star still, in my opinion, in Aaron Jones. I think the Mason guy, Jordan Mason's actually pretty good as well. The issue is you have no sort of continuity when you cannot even drop back and not get sacked.
They don't trust him. They don't trust him.
6 times college. Yeah. 6. They had 6 sacks.
He was beaten up all game, and he was not a threat in any way. He's not a threat. I mean, J.J. McCarthy's got to be one of the bigger losers of week 2 because he did not of the wins and losses. I mean, that was as bad of a loss because it didn't look pretty.
And to your credit, you're not going to see him for 4 weeks. How's that going to bode?
He played through the game. I don't remember.
I don't remember him getting hurt either. Colin,
he's out for 4 weeks. I mean, could he walk? What happened?
Got to be honest, brother. I had one eye open in that 4th quarter, and I dozed off with about 5 minutes left. Unless it happened in the last 5 minutes of the game, I can't even pinpoint it. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you get sacked 6 times. And I know you said the line did him no favors, but God forbid you get rid of the ball. God forbid you just throw it in the vicinity of Justin Jefferson. As you could tell, I'm a Justin Jefferson fantasy owner over here, too. My God, I'm kissing the ground that Carson Wentz is coming in there to chuck it.
I mean, Viking fans got to be pretty pleased about this because, I mean, if he goes in there and he's pretty good, what are the Vikings supposed to do? Hey, if we're sitting there and he comes back, let's say he plays 3 games, and they have a tough schedule, but let's say he goes 1-2, and they're sitting there at 2-3 with McCarthy coming back, or let's say he goes 2-1, even better. What are they supposed to say? Carson, take a step back. Who do they have? They have Jake Browning in the Bengals on Sunday. Then after, they got the Steelers, and then they got the Browns. So if for some reason, and then they have their bye. So if they are going back to play the Eagles, how about this for a second? The Vikings are playing in Dublin and in London, back-to-back against the Steelers and the Browns, and they get the Bengals with a backup quarterback. They could go 2-1 there. They're bad, but they can. If their offense wakes up in any way,
right,
they could win those two of the three of those games. If they're sitting there and they're going to be 3-2 at that point, going to play the Eagles off the bye, you're going to switch out the quarterback?
Oh, no chance. And to that point about the quarterback and McCarthy.
They got Eagles, Chargers, Lions, Ravens in a row after that bye.
Colin, how bad do you have to be to stink in a Kevin O'Connell offense?
Yeah.
Seriously, though.
He's worked with everybody.
It's a serious question.
They should have kept Daniel Jones around.
Right.
That guy would have.
It's a serious question. And I think Daniel Jones, Kyle, being on that roster last year and how much success he's having this year.
All Viking fans can think of is what if.
Exactly. And I think it speaks volumes to how well O'Connell can really pinpoint quarterbacks. And I know the GM deserves his flowers too. But they went with this guy. It's
so early, but
listen, brother, early or not.
The reason I'm going quick timing on this is because the Vikings were not the Bears.
No.
The Bears were trying to figure out identity while developing a quarterback. The Vikings were an already good team, an already playoff team that's trying to insert one. You know that this roster is at least close to being ready to win.
Early, in my fight back, early or not, for a coaching staff of this caliber, to try, even if he was, say he was healthy and they trot him out again next week, it's a detriment to the team. And I know we got into it about Wilson. That was the point I was trying to make. It's a detriment to the team to continue to start somebody who time in and time out has not proven himself. And certainly with a rookie like J.J. McCarthy, I think it's even a better of a cop-out to go, hey, he's a rookie. We're going to bench him. He hasn't looked good. He's going to take time. I think this injury, I don't want to call it, listen, phantom injury would be unfair, okay? But to your
He got hurt. But I'm not going to deny that. I don't remember it either.
When?
Maybe he got taped up during the game. It's an ankle injury. So if he was able to play on it and it changed it, maybe. But I thought he was he was able to play.
He's unplayable. He was unplayable. 158 yards, 2 interceptions, and then Jefferson had 81 of them. If it wasn't for a 50-yard pass, the guy would have had 70 yards
They were doing interviews before the game.
Oh, he was the toast of the town.
What does this mean for you and your family? Oh, I love the home crowd. They didn't even stop. Oh, 7 quarters of awful football. Awful football.
NFC Offensive Player of the Week. I will not stop saying it.
Was that Monday Night Football and Sunday Night Football worthy? I mean, get somebody else in there. Jeez. Unbelievable. And Atlanta wasn't even that great.
Penix was equally as bad.
He not equally as bad. He didn't
turn the ball over.
Yeah, not equally as bad. Their running attack was great.
It's the second straight week how a guy throws for under 200 yards again. Under $150.
Penix?
Yeah.
He didn't play. McCarthy couldn't complete a pass. That was the difference. Couldn't complete a pass. He's missing every possession. You have the best receiver in the league on the other side. Come on. Let's focus. Before we get to break, too,